because she was also thinking about getting it. So I'm really happy that I also traveled up.
Are you tired of being poor? I mean, truly, are you really tired of being poor? Well, I am. I chose to be poor. As a social scientist, I learned a long time ago about the system in which we live, this system of capitalism and our understanding of God. It is designed that in order for you to be successful, you got to be practically a con artist. And if you're not a con artist, you got to be blind to the tricks that the cons are playing. You got to act like you don't see them to the point that they become normal and you don't see them. That is what it's all about. Now, there's another road you can take, and that is the opposite road. Rather than trying to get along, you can change it. And this is my strive, ladies and gentlemen, to change it. I've been doing this for about 40 some years. And to be honest, I guess the only thing I have learned is that what will work and what won't work. So I know most of the stuff that I have tried has not worked, and yet it is the truth. It is the absolute truth. So the question becomes, how can I get you, the public, those of you who suffer the most at the hands of this we call capitalism, to see it and to see beyond it and to see a fix? How can I get you to see that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, in spite of all the things that have happened in your lifetime, especially over the past several years, and if you're still blind to it, it's going to be very difficult. However, I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give it an exercise that would allow you to participate. Earlier, I had asked that we, in considering going forward, getting beyond these years of dismay, I was asking that you would talk amongst yourselves and maybe respond to some of the things that have been said on the social media, especially this effort here, about how to get everybody engaged in employment. We know that is an essential thing that has got to be done to make everybody eligible in receiving the rewards of life. And now I see, ladies and gentlemen, that I haven't gotten as far as I can recognize any responses. So I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen. I want to communicate with every agency that I can over the next month or so, and any individuals that I possibly can, and see if I can get them to agree on an initiative that engages we the people, especially those of us who are poor, those of us who are suffering, those of us who are lost and cannot believe that the United States of America is trying to deny its poorest citizens $15 an hour for working. So I propose, ladies and gentlemen, that we as poor people take the initiative to put things proper. I am going to be asking to see if it is possible for all of the poor people all across this country. And what do I call poor people? I'm talking about poor people, the people who are sitting on the corner with that sign talking about help, we'll work for food, give me $1, anything. I'm talking about people who cars are falling apart, need some tires, need to have some engine work done, but can't afford it. I'm talking about people who got a job, but they are struggling to make ends meet. They are robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm talking about people who, when they have a little crisis that come up, they got to go into debt. They got to go borrowing, getting loans and fees, just trying to fix that problem. I'm talking about people who are hurt every time a disaster comes, whether it's a flood or whether it's a hurricane or just anything that knocks you off balance. And you got to go through some trying times. Maybe it's a death in the family, somewhere in a different state you can't get to, someone you really love, but you just have to face the facts. You can't get to it. If you're going through any of these changes, then I want to see if I can get some of the leaders. When I say leaders, I'm talking about people who can reach you as well, to get us on a particular day, a certain day for every last one of us in every city that we live in, to go to our city representatives, to go to our mayor, to go to our city councilmen. These are people at our most local level who have said they have come before you and they have articulated the problems that you experience. I'm sure they all did. And they told you that if you gave them a shot, gave them a chance to be your representative, that they would do something miraculous for you. And they wanted you to vote for them. And for this reason or that reason, you went to the polls and you voted for them. And I don't care how long they've been in office, your situation has not changed. It's been the same. And so I want all of us, I want all of the poor people that I just identified to go to your mayor's office and tell them exactly what I have just shared with you. If you find yourself in any of these categories, tell the mayor, tell your leadership, this is where you fall. And you want something done about it. You want it fixed. You don't want just something, attack it. You want it fixed. As your leaders, and this is what you want, this is what you charge them to do. Fix it. And ladies and gentlemen, they're going to tell you, if they're serious about it, they're going to tell you that they can't fix it. But if they care, tell them to join with you, because you're not going to stop there. Every city in every state where you get this same response, go to your state government, put it at the foot of your state representatives, of your governors, of your legislators, and tell them, as you told your mayor, they asked to be your representative. They said that if you gave them a shot, that they would be able to do these things that they mentioned to you, they would fix it. They said that they could do it better than any of the others that were running. Give them a shot. Put it at their feet. Tell them, this is what you want. Fix it. Every citizen in every city, in every state that falls in this category of being poor, take it to your state representative. And ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, I'm sure they will tell you they can't fix it. See, I know. I'm just trying to show you. They will tell you they can't fix it. Now, if they care, if they are really concerned about your concerns, then they will join with you, because you're going to tell them you're not stopping there. So in every city, in every state, and every citizen in every state taking these problems to the nation's capital, taking it to the feet of the nation's capital and its representatives, its leaders, the nation's leaders, the president, the Congress. And this, my friends, is where the truth is known, the truth be made known, the truth is told. These are the problems, fix it. You're not asking them to work it out or to work. You're telling them that you want it fixed. They told you that they're the ones with the answer. They told you that no other could fix these problems, but they could. And these, my friends, are the problems now. Maybe they didn't consider it in the beginning. Maybe you didn't even have any concern yourself, but now you do. And you're bringing it to the step of the nation. And you're saying, fix it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can they fix it? They said they could. We'll give them a shot. How much of a shot? This is how much of a shot we give them. We tell them what we want done and watch them do it and help them do it and see it done. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to have to come from the bottom up. It's going to have to come from the bottom up. Everything that is on the earth came from the earth. the bottom up. And so if there's going to be peace and prosperity and freedom and joy in this land and the fulfillment of our dreams, it's going to come from the bottom up. It's going to come from the people who said no more. You see, there are those who believe that this is a place of competition, that you meet someplace and compete. They say the strong survive, and they think that's okay. They think that's the way it's supposed to be. And there's nothing wrong with them thinking that. The problem is, it's not okay with you. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? You got to do something. You got to do something. And you got to lead the way. We got to lead the way. They said they knew they have failed. It is our time to show them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to say that I'm tired of being poor. And when we can get everybody to meet these dates, to go to the city representative, to go to the state representatives, to go to the federal representatives, then we will all know that it is a change that is required. A new system, a system that will do what we want it to do, a system that doesn't hurt anybody up the chain, but it makes sure that when you look all the way down the change, everybody's satisfied. That's all I'm asking of all of us, ladies and gentlemen. All of us will benefit. All of us must participate. Is that asking too much? Thank you so very much for your time. Right now, I'm asking if you would pass this message around. Down in Mississippi, in Itta, Mississippi, where people are poor, I would need to see everybody, all those little churches down there with 1 or 2 people, those of you who are getting together in spite of the virus, talking about stories you've been talking about all along. Let's start talking about loving one another. Let's start spreading the news that we the people are going to rise up and start speaking out. We're going to speak truth to power. You're going to start saying, yes, I'm hurting. Yes, I want you to do something about it. And I'm tired of the fact that you haven't been doing anything about it. And now I'm standing up demanding that you do. All over Greenwood, Mississippi, Alabama, down in Tuscaloosa, everywhere, Teaneck, New Jersey, Detroit, everywhere, Chicago, Illinois, wherever you're going through poverty, and you know where that is, that's all over this country. And let's take care of this business. Now, we're talking about right now getting to the city government. Now, we haven't come up with a date. You will be informed if you're listening to this. You will be informed of a date where all across this country, all the poor people can go to their city representatives on the same date as a national voice, okay? Everybody go to their city government on the same date, possibly at the same time as a national voice of change being demanded. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.